Hello and welcome from Stadium Swim at Circa.
All right, well, day 6 in Las Vegas Summer League. Is this enough Vegas for you?
Yeah, I'm down bad. I lost 200 last night. I'm good.
We're not supposed to reveal those figures. Listen, we've talked a lot about the Raptors, but I know you've been walking the concourse, going to the gyms at Thomas and Mack, Cox Pavilion, watching the other teams and other players as well. So I want to hit you with some award categories, okay?
Okay.
Most impressive rookie that you have seen at Summer League.
Ooh. I mean, this is not a deep cut or anything because he's got a lot of hype, but Reed Shepherd, man. Reed Shepherd is smooth. It's one of those things where when he shoots it, you just feels like it's going to go in. We're talking mid-range. We're talking catch-and-shoot three. We're talking pull-up threes when the big drops. It's I still have some concerns because I did watch one of the Detroit games where a lot of their quicker guards took him off the dribble, and we'll see sort of where he's at defensively. He's disruptive. He's got a ton of steals, but feels like guys can shoot over him and sort of take him to the rack. But I don't know, man. He's been really good. But I mean, honestly, this whole rookie class, like it's really up and down because there's guys who really are terrible. I know we'll get to that. But there's some decent players in this draft, man. Shout outs to a couple other ones. I don't want to steal yours, so who else you got?
No, Reed is my guy, but I want to give some honorable mentions. Matas Buzelis on the Bulls.
Oh, you watching Matas Buzelis?
28 points in one of the Summer League games. He had a dunk where he just stared down the other guy. We saw him on draft night. Like, he was super confident, saying that I belong here.
He was crying, too. He was in tears.
Right.
He went to his hometown Chicago Bulls. He fell.
Yeah, and I think the Bulls just need some swag, right? Like, Zach LaVine's been untradeable, apparently, for 18 months. They're rebuilding right now. Another guy I want to shout out is Bobby Klintman.
You've watching Bobby Klintman.
At the Bobby, that's right, Bobby, at the end of the Pistons game the other day. People should look this up if they can find it. It's literally the final possession of the game. He caught the ball wide open at the three-point line, did a little shimmy. They were up 15 and made a bounce pass to his teammate. Someone should have done something about that.
He had a good game, too. We got some deep cuts that we want to shout out.
But last one, though.
Yeah.
Our guy, Jackie Sway. Come on, man. Tell them about Jackie Sway.
Yo, Jackie Sway. First off, the Portland Trailblazers, number one team in Summer League for me, obviously besides the Raptors. Because of the fact that they got two Asians on their team, not one but two, a Korean man whose name I'm forgetting right now, and Jackie Toye, the Chinese kid. Apparently this is from Mainlander, of course, friend of the program.
Yep.
Literally tapped into all things basketball China. He's actually a great source for this.
Yeah.
But Jackie was like the best young player in the Chinese Basketball Association, went to the NBA Academy in China, went over here, and didn't get minutes in this first game. He's already on an Exhibit 10 with Portland, but in the second game, got some minutes, knocked down 2 threes right away, super confident. Then the third try, he had an up fake, kick out to, I think he had a dunk or something like that. But, he was nice, man. He was nice.
Dime to Klingon?
So, apparently he may get even more than an Exhibit 10, but I don't want to say anything beyond that.
League sources are telling us it might be. It might be looking good for him when he goes to camp.
I forgot how much rizzing and sourcing you've been doing on
Anyways,
this trip.
least impressive rookie.
Yep.
I think can we agree on Alex Sarr, number 2 pick of the Wizards, coming off an 0 for 15 performance yesterday?
Yeah, that was a nasty one. 0 for 15 is kind of disgusting. He wasn't particularly impressive in the other games either, although he was more like average. It's weird because Summer League is like, you just have complete no-shows, right? Like we saw I don't know, man, Grady was really terrible last year at Summer League, and then, he comes into the season, he continues to be terrible for a while, and then he figures it out. I have no doubt that eventually some of these guys will figure it out. But for number 1 and 2 picks, first off, nobody was talking about Alex Sarr. Nobody was talking about Zachary Risa-Shea when they were coming into this thing. I know they played against each other. Both of them had, okay games. But, it's so funny because both of them feel so underwhelming, even compared to some of their teammates. I was watching one of Washington's games, and their starting lineup had 4 guys who were lottery picks, right? You had Johnny Davis in there. You had you had Alex Sarr. You had Bub Carrington. You had one more guy that was also like a first round pick or something like that. And the guy who was most impressive to me was Justin Champagnie. Champagnie was leading their team in scoring, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? But that's Summer League, though. Seriously, there's such a diversity in age ranges. We saw Jeff Doughton out there. That man's 27 years old, man. Leave Summer League alone, honestly.
He's been killing it, though.
Yo, but I don't. Killing it. He should be. He's 27.
Thomas and Mack pickup ball legend.
Dog, 27 is too old to play Summer League. But, that there is an oddity. But, yeah, Sarr was really underwhelming. Risa-Shea was underwhelming. We saw a lot of Bronny as well. Can I get your Bronny thoughts?
Yeah, Bronny is the honorable mention. Listen, we don't have time to get into the larger Bronny conversation. Maybe we will. but there's just the spotlight on him is just like one of a kind, right? Like second round pick, obviously LeBron's son, but like nothing has stood out about him. But outside of like, I don't know, like I saw JJ Redick the other day talk about how he wants Bronny to focus on like ball pressure, on-ball defense, and he said that eventually he thinks Bronny can become a Lou Dort.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy just froze.
That's disrespect.
Bro froze, man.
That's disrespect to Lou Dort, man. Like genuinely, that's disrespect. Like if I was Lou Dort, I would be upset by hearing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's disrespectful to all Montreal, just all of Montreal, all of Quebec, all
Shout
of
out to
Haiti,
the Montreal pool room.
all of Canada. Yeah, it's just disrespectful to the Montreal pool room glizzies, the poutines, orange julep. Everybody should be up in arms about that.
All right.
Bronny didn't even resemble an NBA player.
No.
And it wasn't like, oh, he was missing some shots, but, the process was good. Like, lost his confidence quite a few times. They're posting highlights of his deflections. Quite frankly, I know they're saying he's a dog. He's not playing hungry to me.
But listen.
You know what I mean? He's lackadaisical. He doesn't really handle the ball. Like, I'm not even trying to shit on a guy who's the 55th pick, who is clearly unprepared. And I just finished saying that there's a lot of players in Summer League that don't look necessarily as good as they should be. But, like, no, seriously, let's not compare him to Lou Dort right away, man. That's not even fair. Like, Lou Dort was good right away. He was, like, impactful in the rotation, and he's improved the shooting over and over and over again. Like, I'm sorry, Bronny has to work on, like, 25 things in his game.
Listen, on the flip side, though, you just talked about, Summer League, sometimes guys struggle. Let's see how Bronny can develop. I'm completely agree with you right now, but let's see. Let's see. No, like, seriously, though.
So, wait, hold on. But the thing is, like, there's certain guys where I'm like, okay, I'll wear Shamshay. I want to see how he develops.
Sure.
Because he came to basketball a little bit later on, didn't have the same infrastructure as literally LeBron's son.
No, I get it. But like, let's just see. Listen, Bronny right now, I completely agree with you.
Yeah, I'm down to see.
But like my man Rich Paul said yesterday, you don't judge a movie by the opening credits. So let's just see. But I'm completely with you.
All right.
Couple of more fun things before
I am rooting for Bronny though, to be clear. But damn, there's so much he has to work on.
This guy's trying to ward off the Bronny.
Bro,
haters,
watching
man.
Bronny look like watching me in highlights, man.
All right, couple more things before we bring in Jerome here. I want to know, you've run into a lot of former Raptors.
Yes,
here.
I have.
What has been the most memorable meetup for you?
Oh my God. Well, it certainly isn't Dwight Bikes,
Well, yeah, subscribe to the podcast, Banter Pod. We'll let you know about it. Yep.
Yeah, Dwight Bikes was not here, to be clear. Who did I see, man? I mean, you know who I saw yesterday? Charlie Villanueva.
Yeah.
Charlie
V. Villanueva, rookie Charlie V was a problem.
Yeah, and I saw Charlie from across the room, and I'm like, I'm wearing glasses, so my vision isn't that good, but is that Charlie V?
Yeah.
And it actually was. He's a super nice guy. Standing right beside Ramon Sessions, who
I love that.
I
Deep
did
cut.
not talk to even 1 second, even though I was rizzing up Charlie V. What about you? Who's your most random Raptor?
Well, the most random Raptor for me, I was happy to see you link up with Amir Johnson. We saw him on the first day. You've always talked about how much you love Amir.
Yeah.
You're writing essays about him, in 2013 while eating ramen noodles at McMaster and stuff like that. So,
all right. To be clear, they did not serve ramen at McMaster at that time. It was not that diverse.
I'm really happy you got to just chat with him, let him know how much he means to you. I think for players as well. I think hearing that means something to them, right?
Oh yeah. Well, it's easier now because I can say hey, I'm a reporter from Toronto, but then I'm like, I'm also a fan, and I loved watching you grow up. Like I was telling Amir how much that season, the 13-14 season, meant to me and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that
these
season
guys are
meant
all
a
so
lot.
nice,
Yeah.
man. Everyone is so nice. They're really
everyone
happy
is
to
so
see
nice.
them. So
finally, Summer League is for obscure jerseys. I just want to give a quick shout out to our guy Sean Hyken. Make sure you check out his coverage on the Portland Trailblazers. He took a photo at the Thomas and Mack Pavilion of a Markieff Morris educational reform jersey.
Ooh.
I think that's got to be the number one. I unfortunately didn't take a photo of this, but someone was waiting at the taxi stand the other day wearing a Boban Houston Rockets jersey.
Oh, I saw that, man. Yeah.
So those are my top two. I don't know if you got anything
That's
on
pretty
that.
good.
And now producer Jerome is going to join us, talk about some fun stuff that you guys did yesterday, which was...
Well, speaking of Charlie V,
Start off. Hyunjin Lee. Shout out to our Korean.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Say that again.
Hyunjin Lee.
Nice.
I don't know.
Great reliever.
I like that. Listen, you guys got a chance to go to the Aces game.
We did.
Yesterday. I want to know right now, on or off the court, first question, what is the one highlight for you from the evening? Jerome, let's start with you.
Ooh, it came off pretty early. I was just so excited to be there. I was legitimately starstruck seeing the Aces, all of them together. One of the first players I saw was Sid Colson. Sid Colson liked my shirt. Shout out CJ Toledano for that.
Yeah,
My
you were
Seattle
wearing a
Supersonics.
Sean Kemp, Gary Payton.
I was, yeah. She
Sonic
said, nice shirt. And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm in heaven now. This is the best
Yeah.
time ever. So, but no, well, there are a couple that we'll get to. The big highlights, Will.
I got a couple big highlights.
Just tell
Off
the
the
Usher
court.
story for me.
Off the court.
Come on, man.
Number one. Because the game itself was really good. We'll get
Oh,
into
yes,
that.
yes.
But, like, off the court, number one, Usher was in attendance. You know how much I love
Man.
Usher. I love Usher more than I love Amir Johnson.
We love
okay?
Usher.
We love Usher. When Usher was in the stadium, we literally, like, we're sitting
Grabbed
side by
each
side,
other.
grabbed each other's shoulders and been like, oh, my God, he's here. And then they did karaoke.
Yes.
Like, arena karaoke.
That's
They had,
amazing.
like, a song that everyone was singing in the crowd, and it was You Got It Bad.
Yeah.
By Usher, and the whole arena was singing, and then they panned to Usher. That's crazy. Like I never thought of
You
singing
filmed
Usher.
the video, and you were so excited that you were singing over the video.
Oh, I couldn't help it. Sorry.
Shout out to that gentleman at the bottom who was like popping
Yeah.
and locking throughout.
Shouts
He
to the
went
furry,
viral?
who's apparently the Aces mascot. Is
right,
basically a
just
furry.
off the side, yeah. There's like a viral video, I think, that like went out of that guy dancing. It's like more of an overhead view.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that looks
Yo, he was
familiar.
going nuts.
And then like for half the frame, you see like us just like shift across in the
We're
corner.
like, anyway, Usher's over there.
Guys, I also experienced Usher last night because I was at the blackjack table here at beautiful Circa, Las Vegas. And while I was splitting aces, and eventually I was also watching the aces,
Wow.
Usher, oh my God, came on, and it was a
That's
vibe
right,
and highlight
EDM
for
Usher.
me. So
Damn.
I just wanted to share that with you. What else, guys? Tell me more about the game,
Okay.
about the experience.
Yeah, the game itself. I don't know about you, Jerome. Like I was fully expecting the Aces to win.
Yeah.
Like I know this guy. Like
even when they went down.
yeah, even when this guy went up like I think 20-5, like
Yeah.
right away. I was expecting the Aces to come back and win. They just got so many All Stars. Like before the game, they were like, "Here's all the Aces players who you'll see at the Olympics," and it was like
The
half
Aces
the
team.
team.
Yeah.
It was like half the team. They were like, one of them was like, "Yeah, they're playing for Azerbaijan."
I know.
And I was like, and one of the other media members was like, "Where's that? I'm in
know.
America." But
Yeah.
like, no, seriously though, I was expecting them obviously to come away with the win, but like. I was just so impressed with this guy. I mean, the rim protection was really strong, right? Like the fact that they drafted the two bigs between
Yeah, shout out Camilla,
Cardoso,
shout out Angel.
yeah, Angel Reese. Like I just felt like they couldn't really get to the rim against this guy. And then like Kennedy Carter was just literally like
Cooking.
34 points. Like they could not stop her in crunch time as well. I thought she was getting tired, and then she finished strong as well to give them the lead. So yeah, I don't know, man. The Aces, like I know they're back-to-back champions. They got a great pedigree, but they didn't necessarily look like it last night.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the Asia Wilson quote at the end. She felt like all they wanted was a picture with Usher after doing not doing shit. I think
I
is the
felt
word.
that. I felt
that a little bit.
That's because that's what I wanted.
That's what we wanted too. Yeah. We were so distracted. You know, good on us for doing some actual work. But no, it felt like the Aces were clearly, like they're obviously the more talented team. They clearly should have been able to come back in it. At times it looked like they were just knocking on the door, but they just couldn't get over the hump. Asia Wilson carrying like crazy. What was it? 28 points at one point and 0 assists.
Yeah.
Honestly,
She was doing everything, though. I
she
feel
was
her.
doing
I feel her.
Her
Yeah.
pregame was incredible.
Oh, her pregame was sick, man.
Yeah.
Came out 10 minutes,
Oh
warmed
man,
up.
WNBA warm-up report.
Oh, man.
Oh,
she
yeah.
made like
Go.
95% of her shots. She was dancing around.
Casually
then
just draining threes.
yeah, and then she lost 20. She was down 25-5 right away.
I know. Yeah.
Man,
but-
shout out to my girl Kate Martin. Get well soon.
Yeah.
Yo, Kate Martin went down. Hopefully she's okay, but that looked pretty
It
scary.
seems like reports are looking like she's doing okay. So
okay,
hopefully.
that's
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Only other thing I want to shout out from the Aces, a salute to the PR staff, salute to just like
Oh,
the whole
yes.
in-arena experience. It's really positive, really well done. I thought there was genuine cheering,
Yes.
which is really cool. One thing that they did was like, you know, when there's like 14 seconds left on the clock, when like, I don't know, like the ball goes out of bounds or like the offensive rebound or whatever, they put up a prompt. They're like, okay, it's 14 seconds on the clock. Let's go crazy.
Yeah.
And all the fans just start screaming, and they're like right on top of you and everything like that. Really engaged crowd. Shouts to all the players for coming out to sign jerseys afterwards. So much access, you know, guys, you know, before or after the game, you can really access your favorite athletes. And then more than anything else, salute to the Aces for providing a great media meal. It's the first one I've had in a while, so salute to the Aces.
What was on the plate, man? You can't say medium meal.
Oh, it was like
unless
it was
you're
like
the
a
plate,
taco
man.
salad, but it was a
I
pretty
did
good taco
take a photo.
salad.
I could slap it over Alex like right over
Yeah.
here.
Taco
let's
bar,
do
yeah.
that.
Put the ground beef over his head.
Yeah,
man.
and blur his foot. Listen, man, we're wrapping up
bottoms
summer
are
league
nasty.
coverage here. You know, want to say thanks, obviously, to Stadium Swim, Circa Las Vegas. Shouts to Aaron and the rest of the Stadium
Salute to
Swim
Aaron.
team. And listen, man, shouts to you guys as well. Shouts to us. You know, really fun trip with you guys. And it was super cool to be able to do this Summer League coverage with the both of you. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure you keep subscribing, telling people about the YouTube feed, the podcast. Follow Hello Welcome Pod everywhere. We will see you back in somewhere. Yeah.
We do have one more React Pod from the arena.
That's right,
We're coming later on for that.
Yeah.
Tap in, ask
Tap in for that.
questions.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever you need to do, you know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
like, listen to the post-game interviews.
Yeah, man.
That'll probably be 90% me again because, like, there's only 2 reporters left here.
Let's
so
go.
let's just have a good time with it, all right?
Stay tuned for the Stephen LeBron radio podcast residency at Stadium Swim.
Go North, baby.